First of all, congratulations to you both. Hilarious. Liam, the original obviously pushes the limits with the jokes, the naughty jokes, the stunts. With this one, was there anything that was too much for you, or were you game for the whole thing?
I think we were game for most of it. Yeah.
Anything too much?
Rather not.
Hollywood just imploded out of nowhere. Liam Neeson, yes, taken himself, Mr. I will find you and I will kill you, is suddenly tangled in a romance rumor so bizarre, so unexpected, it feels like a deleted scene from a parody movie. And the woman at the center of this chaos, none other than Pamela Anderson, the Baywatch legend, the tabloid queen, the woman who once broke the internet before breaking the internet was even a thing. But here's the real question, is this a love story? Or the most elaborate PR stunt Hollywood has cooked up since Bennifer 2.0? Because the timing is too perfect, the smiles are too polished, and the caught-on-camera moments. Please, they look like they were storyboarded by a Netflix director, and now, Liam Neeson, the grieving widower who swore off love forever, is finally breaking his silence. His response just flipped the so-called romance from sweet to scandalous. Was he confessing, denying, or playing us all like extras in his personal rom-com thriller? Buckle up, because this isn't just a dating rumor, this is a Hollywood conspiracy. With muffins, red carpet kisses, Instagram blessings, and a response that no one saw coming. So let's start with the basics. How in the world did Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson end up in the same sentence, let alone the same bed of rumors? On one side, you've got Liam, the stoic Irishman who's been Hollywood's go-to tragic hero since Taken turned him into the official face of dad revenge cinema, a widower for over a decade, raising his boys alone, quietly cashing massive Hollywood checks while reminding us all he's done with dating. This man had basically become the patron saint of grieving nobility. People saw him and thought, that's the guy who will forever love Natasha Richardson, never move on, and die a tragic, romantic legend. And on the other side, Pamela Anderson, the original Baywatch siren, tabloid catnip. The woman whose love life has been more public than most people's tax records. She's been married 5 times, maybe 6, depending on how you count the annulled ones, and each one was messier than the last. She's had sex tape scandals, courtroom dramas, Vegas marriages that lasted shorter than a TikTok trend. In short, Pamela was Hollywood's wild card, Liam was Hollywood's saint. So, when the rumor dropped that these two were not only working together, but possibly romantically linked, people's brains short-circuited. Here's where it gets delicious. The so-called romance didn't start with paparazzi pictures or drunken TMZ leaks. Nope, it started with Liam himself. Back in October 2024, he sat down with People magazine and casually dropped what sounded like a throwaway line. First off, I'm madly in love with her. The her being Pamela, his co-star in the Naked Gun reboot. And of course, the journalists laughed it off. Oh, classic Liam, dry Irish humor, right, except, no, that wasn't a joke. That was a 73-year-old action hero actually catching feelings in real time. Fast forward to the set of Naked Gun, word started leaking that Pamela wasn't just showing up to film scenes. She was showing up with home-baked sourdough loaves, fresh muffins, cookies in his dressing room. Pamela Anderson, who once married Kid Rock on a yacht while wearing a bikini, was now out here playing 1950s housewife to Liam Neeson. Hollywood didn't know what to do with that visual. Fans called it professionally romantic. Assistants whispered that their working dinners looked a little too candlelit for comfort. And all the while, Liam, the man who swore he was done with love, suddenly looked 10 years younger every time Pamela walked in the room. By spring 2025, the whispers had turned into paparazzi stalking. Rumors weren't just rumors anymore, they were headlines waiting to happen. And then July hit, the premiere season. That's when this scandal stopped being whispers and became a global circus, because when Pamela Anderson kissed Liam Neeson on the cheek at the London premiere, it wasn't just a kiss. It was a detonation. That London cheek kiss wasn't just affectionate, it was territorial. Pamela didn't lean in like a co-star thanking her colleague, she leaned in like a woman saying, yes, this belongs to me now, and you're all gonna deal with it, and the cameras ate it up. The flashbulbs, the gasps, the instant memes. Social media went viral within seconds, dissecting every frame like it was the Zapruder film. Did Liam lean into? Did Pamela linger? Was his hand brushing her back? TikTok slowed the footage down to 0.25 speed so fans could study every micro-expression. One creator literally drew arrows and freeze-framed his eyebrow movement as proof of true love, but if London was the appetizer, Berlin was the full-course meal. The Berlin premiere gave us a rom-com ending so cinematic it felt scripted. Liam and Pamela center stage, staring into each other's eyes like prom dates in slow motion. Forget the cameras, forget the fans screaming their names. These two looked like they were about to kiss under a shower of rose petals while Coldplay played in the background. And the photos? Straight out of a Nicholas Sparks movie, soft lighting, close body language, that unspoken we're in on a secret energy. The internet didn't just react, it combusted. Fans started writing fanfiction. Some even claimed it was the greatest crossover event since Marvel assembled the Avengers, and just when the world thought it couldn't get any bigger, New York happened. July 28th, the NYC premiere of The Naked Gun. Not only did Liam and Pamela show up together, they brought their sons, yes, Brandon and Dylan Lee, standing right next to Michael and Daniel Neeson, all for posing as one big blended family on the red carpet. It was like meeting the parents, except they introduced all the kids at once. Hollywood gasped, paparazzi cheered, fans screamed. Because in celebrity code, introducing your kids isn't casual, it's serious business. Think about it. Liam, who lost his wife Natasha Richardson in 2009, had kept his family life painfully private. Pamela, who raised her boys through years of public chaos, never mixed them into her short-lived marriages. And now here they all were, smiling like they'd been family for years. This wasn't just PDA anymore. This was symbolism. This was Hollywood's widower and Hollywood's tabloid queen merging their bloodlines like some twisted royal wedding. And then came Pamela's Instagram post. The next day, she uploaded photos of her and Liam looking radiant, captioned, "Love is in the air." That was the spark that lit the confirmation fire. Daniel Neeson himself dropped fire emojis, like a son publicly endorsing his dad's new relationship. Hours later, Natasha Richardson's sister Jolie chimed in with 7 red hearts, a digital blessing that sent chills through Hollywood. Suddenly, it wasn't just a fling, it wasn't just PR, it was family-sanctioned. But if you thought the premieres were explosive, Liam's own response would send this story into full scandal territory. Now here's where things went from sweet to scandalous. Because once Pamela and the Pamelas had basically confirmed the romance, everyone was waiting for Liam Neeson himself to respond. And oh, did he respond? On July 29th, during their Today Show press run, the two were literally caught kissing behind a stage prop like giddy teenagers at summer camp. And when the host asked point blank if they were dating, Pamela dodged with a coy, "I don't understand the question," while Liam nervously chuckled. Translation, yes, but we're not handing you the headline that easily. Hours later, People magazine dropped the bombshell. Liam and Pamela were officially dating. Anonymous sources close to the couple claimed it was a budding romance. And clear they're smitten. Suddenly, every weird muffin delivery and cheek kiss over the past year clicked into place. But Liam wasn't done. Days later, on Watch What Happens Live, Pamela casually applied her lip balm to Liam's lips on camera like they were already husband and wife. And when Andy Cohen turned to Daniel Neeson in the audience and asked if he approved, Daniel gave a giant thumbs up. Andy literally declared it the official stamp of approval. The audience went wild. The internet went wild, and Hollywood, for once, collectively melted into a puddle of awe. But with approval came suspicion. Was this really love, or the slickest PR rollout since J. Lo and Ben Affleck's reboot? Because here's the thing, the romance timeline matched to perfectly with the Naked Gun's promo cycle, October Confession. In People, July premieres with family photo ops, August talk show intimacy, all choreographed like the movie trailer. Critics started whispering that Hollywood was selling us a love story to sell movie tickets, and then came the avalanche of celebrity endorsements. Jaime Lee Curtis practically cried while defending them, saying, "If love found them, God bless them both." Andy Cohen, who was close with Natasha Richardson, gave his blessing live on air. Chelsea Handler cracked jokes, but admitted she was rooting for them. Even Patti Smith and Vanessa Hudgens chimed in with congratulations. It felt like the entire celebrity industrial complex had been mobilized to protect and promote Liam and Pamela's relationship, which only fueled the conspiracy fire because here's the uncomfortable truth: Hollywood doesn't usually line up behind a couple this unanimously unless there's something bigger at stake. Was this really about Liam finding healing after 16 years of grief and Pamela finding redemption after decades of tabloid chaos? Or was this a rebrand campaign disguised as romance? Pamela was entering her Renaissance era. Liam was transitioning into elder statesman territory. Both needed a narrative that made them relevant again, and suddenly, together, they weren't just celebrities, they were the story. So yes, Liam responded. He responded by not denying, not hiding, not running. He responded by leaning all the way into the scandal, letting the cameras capture every kiss, every blush, every family handshake. And whether it's true love or a PR masterpiece, one thing is certain: Hollywood hasn't been this obsessed with a couple in years, and here we are, right at the cliffhanger moment of Hollywood's favorite soap opera, and I need to know what you think. Is Liam Neeson really giving Pamela Anderson a gentleman's romance, or is this just a PR stunt to keep the cameras rolling and the tabloids fed? Because honey, Hollywood doesn't do accidents, it does headlines. Drop your wildest theories in the comments, hit that subscribe button if you want every messy update the second it drops. And don't forget to like this video if you love a little chaos with your popcorn. The next twist, it's coming.